Hello everyone. Today we are going to start one of the most important topic of English grammar, that is tenses. Students, you must know that actions may belong to three main divisions of time, that is present, past or future. To understand it, let me give one example. She cooks food daily. Here in this sentence, the verb cooks refers to the present time. Next, she cooked food yesterday. In this sentence, the verb cooked refers to the past time. She will cook food tomorrow. In this sentence, the verb will cook refers to the future time. Let's read the sentences. I come here to inquire about you. In this sentence, the word come is a verb and shows the present time. And so, the verb is said to be in the present tense. I came here yesterday to inquire about you. In this sentence, the verb came refers to the past time. And so, the verb is said to be in the past tense. I shall come again tomorrow to inquire about you. In this sentence, the verb shall come refers to the future time, and so the verb is said to be in the future tense. So you can say that the tense of a verb indicates the time of the action or state expressed by the verb. In simple way, you can say tense shows the time of action or event. It indicates the time expressed by a verb. So, you can say the use of a verb to show the time of an action or event is called its tense. There are three main tenses. First is present tense, second is past tense, and the third one is future tense. A verb that refers to the present time is said to be in the present tense. For example, he writes a letter. The sentence is in present tense. A verb that refers to the past time is said to be in the past tense. For example, he wrote a letter. Here, the verb wrote refers to the past time, and so this is in past tense. Next is a verb that refers to the future time is said to be in the future tense. For example, he will write a letter. Here in this sentence, verb will write refers to the future time, and so it is said to be in the future tense. These are further classified. We can understand it with this chart. There are three tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Present tense is subdivided in four groups: simple present tense or present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Past tense is also subdivided in four categories: simple past tense or past indefinite tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. Future tense is also divided in four groups: simple future tense or future indefinite tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. First, we will start with simple present tense, which is also known as present indefinite tense. The action done in simple present tense do not show any definite time for them. These actions are of two types. First is habitual action and simple action. The action that are done as habit. For example, I go to school daily. This is habitual action. I do my homework with care. Here the verb do shows simple action. See the given example. I play. Here the verb play tells us what the subject I does. That is routine action. It does not tell about its completeness or incompleteness. That is indefinite. The next example is the sun rises in the east. In this sentence there is no action. It simply states a fact. So you can say simple present tense tells us about a routine action or fact. One important thing you have to keep in mind, that simple present tense is formed by the first form of the verb, and s or es is added to the first form of the verb if the subject is third person singular number like he, she, it. Okay, so if we are using he, then we will say he plays, she plays, it plays. But if we are going to use first person I, then play. Let us understand simple present tense with the given chart. If it is first person singular number, we will say I play. Second person singular number, you play. But if it is third person like he, she, it, then we will use plays. He plays, she plays, it plays. In the plural number, if it is plural number first person, we play. Second person plural number, you play, they play. If you are going to make interrogative form of this tense, then do or does is placed in the beginning of the sentence accordingly. Okay, so if it is first person, what are we going to say? Do I play? Do you play? But here we use plays, and this is third form singular number. So we will start with does he play? Does she play? Does it play? Okay, so as soon as we are using does over here, it will be play. Do we play? Do you play? Do they play? So here if you are going to see, as soon as we are using does, s or es added to the verb is removed in the question. If we have to make negative form of simple present tense, do not or does not is inserted before the first form of the verb. But in that case, s or es is added to the verb is removed. You can see this. I do not play. You do not play. As we are using he, she, it, third person singular number, so we will use does not, and here we will not add s or es. S or es is going to be removed. So we will say he does not play, she does not play, it does not play. In the plural form, we will say we do not play, you do not play, they do not play. Now to make the interrogative negative form of simple present tense, we change the negative sentence into its interrogative form by shifting its do or does to the beginning of the sentence. We are going to shift this do or does at the beginning. So you can see, do I not play? Do you not play? Does he not play? Does she not play? Or you can say, does it not play? And in the plural form, first person, do we not play? Second person, do you not play? Do they not play? Okay, so you have to keep in mind, if it is third person singular number, then we will add s or es to the first form of the verb. And to make the interrogative, we will use does. And that time we will remove s or es that is added to the verb. Next is simple past tense. As the name of this tense shows, the action indicated by it do not show any definite time for them. And these actions are of two types. One is actions that were done as habits, that is habitual actions. For example, I went for a morning walk. This is habitual action. Another is simple actions done in the past period with no definite time given. For example, I did my homework with care. This is simple action that is done in the past. Now, one important thing you have to keep in mind, students, that in simple past tense, we have to use second form of the verb. So, you can say simple past tense indicates an action completed in the past time or past habits. Now, see the given examples. I played. He always carried a cloth bag. Here, verb played is in simple past tense. This sentence is in simple past tense and played is the second form of the verb. In the next example also, carried is the second form of the verb which is used in simple past tense. Now, let's see affirmative sentences in simple past tense. For first person singular number, we are using I played, you played, he played, she played, it played. If you are going to see, everywhere we are using second form of the verb. In plural number also, we played, you played, they played. Now, to make interrogative form of simple past tense, did is placed in the beginning of the sentence. You can see here, if I have to make interrogative sentence for this, I am going to place did over here. Okay, but keep in mind, when we are using did, the second form of the verb is changed into the first form. Now we are going to see here, play is going to come. Okay, so did I play? Did you play? Did he play? Did she play? And in plural number also we are going to use did. Did we play? Did you play? Did they play? So what are we going to do in interrogative sentences in simple past tense? We have to place did in the beginning of the sentence, and then the second form of the verb is going to be changed into the first form. Now, to make the negative form of this tense, did not is inserted before the verb. If you are going to see in this sentence, what we have to do, we have to insert did not over here. So, what is going to come? I did not play. You did not play. He did not play. She did not play. It did not play. We did not play. You did not play. They did not play in plural number. Next, to make interrogative negative form of this tense, we change the negative sentences into its interrogative form by shifting its did to the beginning of the sentence. Now you can see how are we going to form interrogative negative sentence. Did I not play? Did you not play? Did he not play? Did she not play? And in plural number, did we not play? Did you not play? And did they not play? Don't forget to put question mark in interrogative sentences. Next is simple future tense, which is also known as future indefinite tense. Simple future tense is a verb that is used to talk about things that haven't happened yet. Means these tenses tell us about the action that is still to take place, and these tenses are formed using shall or will with the first form of the verb. With I and we are using shall, and rest of the pronouns and nouns we use will. Now you can see the affirmative form of simple future tense. I shall play for the first person singular number. Second person, you will play. Third person, singular number, he will play, she will play. And in plural number with we have to use shall. So we are going to use we shall play. You will play. They will play. So this is the affirmative form of simple future tense. And to make interrogative form of this tense, shall or will is shifted to the beginning of the sentence, the way we are doing with simple present tense and past tense. Shall I play? Will you play? Will he play? Will she play? Shall we play? Will you play? Will they play? Here if you are going to see, we are using shall with I and we only, and with rest of the numbers and the persons we are using will. And put the question mark at the end of the interrogative sentences. To make negative form of simple future tense, not is added after shall or will in the sentence. So what are we going to do? I shall not play. You will not play. He will not play. She will not play. And in plural number with we will use shall not play. You will not play and they will not play. Next is to form interrogative negative form of this tense. We change the negative sentence into its interrogative form by shifting its shall or will at the beginning of the sentence. You can see here we are shifting this shall at the beginning of the sentence. So we will make the sentences: shall I not play? Will you not play? Will he not play? Will she not play? And in plural number with we will use shall. So shall we not play? Will you not play? Will they not play? So keep in mind, in simple future tense we have to use subject plus shall or will and then first form of the verb. This is the structure of simple future tense. Hope you are clear with simple present tense, simple past tense and simple future tense, and you can form this affirmative sentences, interrogative sentences, negative and interrogative sentences. Thank you, students.